Morning, squad. Hope you're all doing well. Just thought I'd jump over 10-15 minutes. Appreciate I haven't been on this week, so I needed to show my face, have a little bit of time away from that. Don't know if you could hear that. The baby, Astrid, she's just over 3 weeks old now. So she's at that interesting point. Getting a thing called baby acne, not backney. We never had it with the other two, but getting like spots on her face for one reason or another. But yeah, interesting start to the show. Couple of quick ones. I just want to talk about a few people. But first, I want to show you this new obsession of mine I've got when I'm bored. Let me just bring this up. This not this one in particular, but we've got. Let me start it again. Barack Obama versus a million. Oh, I haven't even brought it up. Jesus, what am I doing? Why isn't that coming up? Hang on. Hello, Justin. Savon had this yesterday as well. Can't bring anything up. Oh, well. Well, don't know where it's gone. Oh, there we go. Hang on. There we go. Right, let me start again. Hang on. So, Barack Obama versus a million ostriches. How cool's that? There was one with Kermit. It was, I think it was like 5 million Kermits versus the US Army. The US Army won, weirdly enough. So that's fun. And that's just a reminder that the online world, one, isn't real. Remember that it's not real. Two, it only impacts your life if you let it impact your life. And three, none of it matters. None of it impacts your life day to day. All you have to do is just switch it off and it's gone. And you can just go about your merry way, doing what you love, being with who you love, doing what you love. And nothing on that interweb matters. Doesn't matter. So don't let it. Hello, Kenneth. Good morning. You can get wrapped up in the internet. You can get wrapped up in what people say and what people do. But it's all shit, isn't it? Really, none of it matters unless you let it. So a lesson for us all. What's going on in the real world? The real world. Man United beat Man City yesterday 2-0. Now that was a turnout. For those of you on the wrong side of the Atlantic, that won't matter at all. But for those of us over here, that's a big deal. Right. Who do I need to talk about first? First of all, let's go along the list, shall we? Coaches Congress. Obviously, we had big news this week about Coaches Congress being partnered officially with CrossFit. And I can't say anyone else deserves it more to have official kudos and stamp of approval from CrossFit. Henrik and Heather have done an incredible job over the last decade of putting in the hours and producing incredible events, bringing people together from the industry and as I said a minute ago, the online world isn't real. The online world is just that. It's online. It doesn't matter. It's not real. It doesn't impact you unless you let it. These events are real. They're real people. They're real people coming together. And they're the people that actually operate and run CrossFit. The people that operate and run CrossFit are the affiliate owners and the coaches. That's that. That is it. You can't argue any other rationale with me. with they and we are the biggest influencers. We impact the most amount of lives. We actually change lives. We develop. And people talk about CrossFit. We love CrossFit. We love the open. We do this. We do that. We are CrossFit. We are CrossFit. We do this. All of that is just words. It's just noise. The people actually impacting and doing CrossFit are the people on the front line. They're the people actually physically in the real world doing it. And if those people disappear, there is no CrossFit. Those are the people actually doing it. They're the people that show up. They're the people that actually change lives. They're the people that understand what it is that we have because they actually do it. And they are the people that gather at this Congress in multiple locations around the world and further develop the thing that we have so that it carries on, it survives, and it thrives. And it brings more people in, changes more lives, and is as impactful as it ever has been. And that is the benefit of these things. So to Henrik and Heather and all the team at Coaches Congress, a massive congratulations because you bloody deserve it. And I'm so proud of the work that you guys do and that I'm a very, 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 very small part of. And I cannot wait to be in Berlin in 3 weeks' time. There's not many things that would claw me away from my family for a weekend. And this is one of them. So Berlin, I cannot wait. I'm going to hang with the people there. I'm hoping that I can convince Patty V to come for a walk with me on Friday evening around Berlin. How weird and surreal would that be? Hey, Patty, want to come for a walk? You'll probably want to run, being an athlete. But yeah, our hotel is a 45-minute walk from the Berlin Wall Memorial. So I'd love to go there. I've never been to Berlin. I've been to Hamburg, I've been to Dortmund, and München, but I've never been to Berlin. I can't wait. I might even try and see if I can go to gym while I'm there. Anyway, long story short, awesome work. Coaches Congress, be there and be square. Defiant, Steve. Gerard, I'm going to come back to you in a minute. Steve at Defiant is running an amazing promotion at the moment. Anyone that has signed up for the Open, you need to screen grab your Open registration, send it via DM or messaging or however you can to Steve at Defiant, and you get a £10 voucher for defiant.co.uk. Oh, sorry, defiantco.uk. You get a £10 voucher. There's no minimum spend. There's no requirement. You just get a £10 voucher. How cool is that? So if you have registered for the Open, get your registration sent over to Steve and the whole Defiant crew, and you will get a £10 voucher. £10 voucher is about $15-ish. So you may as well do it. You may as well just get involved and see what you can grab. And Steve is continuing to lead on the front. He is also sponsoring the Tri Nations, which is amazing. Keeping an eye on that, which is cool. Naturally, I want Jamie to win because he's an English lad like me. But we'll see how we go with that. It's looking interesting as well at the moment, which is cool. Gerard at Elite doing big things. If you don't already follow him and you are a coach or you have got a home gym or you are a gym owner, please go and follow Elite Gym Maintenance's Instagram account, because Gerard is putting out some incredible videos and content about keeping your gym operational, keeping it maintained, looking at quality of your machinery and your barbells and everything. So get to that. It's obviously just an Instagram account, but it is full of good information globally. So, and it applies to everyone. So go and check out the website. And Gerard, keep doing big things. Gerard's coming to Twickenham, I believe, in October. So that'd be cool. And Hannah, as always, Well, what can you say about Hannah? I've actually Hannah have got some work on the island by Hannah, which is amazing. Hannah, of course, runs the academy program with a bunch of other people and is involved with British Functional Fitness Federation, setting up grassroots for our teens and our kids, getting into functional fitness, getting them into the CrossFit gyms via Coherent Sports. Now, here in England and the rest of the world, I can't remember. I've had a conversation with someone about this, but I can't remember in the US if it's the same sort of systems. So forgive my ignorance. With weightlifting, field hockey, soccer, rugby, gymnastics, athletics, or track and field, as you call it, with every single other legitimized sport, we have to have an international governing body, then a regional governing body, so Europe, North America. Then we have a country national governing body, a national governing body, NGB. Now, in order for governance, for anti-doping, for safeguarding, for regulations of rules, for systems, so organization of actual competition, we have to have those national governing bodies in order to play internationally. And because CrossFit is LLC, obviously, it's a private company, you can't have national governing bodies assigned to governments around the world via a private business. So what the role that BF3 have, British Functional Fitness Federation, is to legitimize functional fitness, but to give it a stamp of approval via the government for funding and for grading systems. So in every other sport, we have grading systems. Think of it as weightlifting. You get a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Think about it as music. So music's another one. You get graded. Jiu-jitsu, you get a belt. With every other legitimized sport in the UK, we have via UK Sport a ranking system, a grading system where you can work up and you get your certificates and that kind of thing as kids and grassroots. The thing that BF3 are offering is just that. It's also legitimizing coaching and coaching credentials via the government for safeguarding, anti-dopings and regulations. So it's another way of establishing those pathways for schools, because again, you can't have CrossFit at schools under the banner of CrossFit. We have to have it via a sport in order for kids to get qualified for it through academia, so through our school system. In order to do that, it has to be a sport. It has to be a public sport, so a charity, a non-profit sport, which CrossFit isn't. So again, we can do that. We can get into schools. We can get kids into functional fitness. We can get them learning and moving. And of course, where do you think they get sent to do that? The best places around, the CrossFit gyms, which BF3 are linked with, unofficially, but officially. If you become a BF3 affiliated gym, just like British weightlifting, you get association through there. So a CrossFit gym, for example, could become a BF3 gym, affiliated gym, just like weightlifting or gymnastics or whatever you want to, whatever, any other sport. And then you become a center for people to get referred to. So it's another way of driving the kids and teens and grassroots into our CrossFit gyms, which is great. So it's all in addition and incremental to our growth as an industry. And yeah, Hannah is helping drive that. So big up the Hannah. And also on a side note, I've been working with a young lad called Max, who Hannah assists, let's say. Hannah works with Max. Now, Max is one of these freaks of nature that is just a unit of power. And he is into his powerlifting, and we've been working now for 10 weeks. So we're coming up to the end of a 12-week block. And as a 17-year-old lad, I've very rarely seen this amount of talent. It's insane how adaptable he is, how coachable he is. And one thing, all the coaches out there will love this. He will message me asking questions about the program follow this week coming, ask about the percentages, intuitively how it went last week, what he can do this week differently, his eating. He is a dream 17-year-old client to have. He is amazing, and he is going to do big things this year in British powerlifting. So yeah, mark my words, he's going to be a one to watch for British powerlifting. So big up the Max. And speaking of which, my training this week, the last couple of weeks. Now, I'm too predictable. Every year I get really fucking fit, like CrossFit fit, around October, November time. And then I sort of dip off a little bit because I get bored, and I dive into what I'm good at, which is power, which is explosivity, dynamic work, and I just get obsessed with it. And I've been watching Blaine a lot, and looking at his drills, and I've been doing a lot of power work, and I'm really, really happy with how it's going. And part of this came about from working with Pier Paolo at Fitness Genes. And we had a look at my genetic tendencies and my predispositions. And I obviously, it goes without saying, I'm predisposed towards power and explosivity. I've got both the power genes in me, which is surprising that I don't have any of the aerobic stuff. But never mind, I'm fast twitch, basically, which makes sense when you look at it. And as a result of that, I've been working 4 hard days a week, and then 1 sort of cardio-y, CrossFit-y session per week, Metcom. And man, I feel good for it. I just feel in my groove. My knees feel amazing. I'm feeling explosive. My weights are going up. An example of this was today. And it's just a reminder that you don't need to absolutely obliterate yourself with functional movement every fucking day. You don't have to get mega sweaty every day. Sweat doesn't necessarily mean effort and longevity and productivity. The essence of the heavy day, which people have forgotten all about now because of the demand from the public in the gyms. However, this week I've been going upper, lower, but it's based around the compounds, the power lifts, and jumping and throwing. So yesterday I did a nice combo of heavy bench triples with med ball or D ball toss over the shoulder behind me, 3 and 3 at a heavy ball, and it felt so damn good. And it was a set every 5 minutes, and I did 5 of them, and then did some bounding the day before, so triples for length. Today I did some jumping squats, so sets of 5, 70 kilos. So what's that? 100. What would that be? 150, I think. Let's have a looky. Shall we? Not heavy. Again, it's nowhere near heavy. 2.205. 155 pounds. 155 pound back squats, slow on the way down, bang, jump in. I was probably getting about half a foot of distance off the floor, sets of 5, re-rack, doing that. And then I did a couple of seated bounds, which was amazing. If you want someone to, hang on, let me just pull his profile up. Hang on. So Blaine McConnell, where is he? Right. So let me bring this up. Boop. There he is. Right. Let's have a look at this one. So these are effectively what I was doing today, seated. Not quite as far as him. But yeah, anyway, that's that. But that is effectively what I was doing. So this week has been all about, it didn't even come up, did it? All about the explosive work and dynamic work, power. And I'm going to continue that for another couple of weeks. And then a couple of weeks before the Open, I'm going to dial it in. Anyway, guys, coming up to 20 minutes, I've got to go to rugby. My son's playing his rugby tournament down the road, so I've got to go there. But I will be on the 20th with Farron. And then I'm on with Gerard on the 27th. So Tuesday shows lined up. I will come on Thursday and Sunday next week. But it's been good catching up. Have a great weekend, guys. And I will speak to you all soon.